Patchy, congratulations on the win, man. Back in the win column. How did that one feel?
Felt good, man. I was hit 24 in a row, so I really wanted, it was monumental to get to 25. I wanted 25 wins in my amateur pro career combined. I thought I'd get it for the Bellator world title, but I went back to the gym. I switched some stuff up, so it meant a lot coming here with Jake Shields and Eric Nixick, all my coaches from Extreme Couture, man. They've prepped me correctly, so I'm glad to come out here and get a win.
Were you surprised at how gritty he was? I know short notice replacement, kind of a vet, but were you surprised at how tough he was in there?
Not at all, man. Albert Morales stays ready. He's the definition of tough. He's fought all the guys who's who in the UFC, and the dude's tough, man. He does not quit. I knew I was going to have my hands full with him because of his game, and I think it was a tougher fight than my original opponent, James Gallagher.
And before the fight, you kind of said that you weren't surprised that he pulled out. Do you feel like he's going to accept your challenge that you just laid out for him in the cage?
I don't know. He's been here. He's been DMing me all weekend, running his goddamn mouth. So I'm hoping he just shuts his mouth, signs a contract, and actually shows up instead of running. He's the only person I've ever seen to not come to school but try to play in the football game, for instance. He's here at the event, but he's scheduled at the event. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
And I know it's kind of there's only so much area in the casino that we really travel here, but did you see him at all? Did you run into him?
I ran into him all weekend. He's been talking shit all weekend. He sent me about 40 DMs before I came out here. He's telling me all day that you better not lose, you're going to get cut, and all this shit, It's the epitome of just like a diva move, who he's DMing me on my way down here to try to get in my head, hoping I lose, Like I said, man, I sustained a minor back injury for this fight last Thursday. It was very, very hard. I killed myself to cut this weight here. I got real heavy. Last week I think I was like, not to quote it, because I'm in this commission, I'm in the commission, so I was heavy, let me tell you. I ran all week this week with a tore up pinched nerve in my back, and I still made the weight. And that's what Albert said, you're a real one for making that weight, because he knew, we were trying to get a catch, and he wanted to push me down to make this weight, so. This wasn't the best me, especially not the cardio, for instance, because I cut so much weight to make this. But next time, I'm going to make sure that I stop going so hard the week before. Last Thursday is the day I hurt it, and I was training like a madman 8 days out. So I'm gonna be better prepared next time.
Congratulations on the win, Patchy. Did you need that first round to kind of get cooking? Because it seemed like things really, the switch really flipped in round 2 for you.
Yeah, I just needed a round, man. He came out, I think he threw 2 body kicks in the beginning. I was not expecting it. I've never even really seen him throw those roundhouse kicks to the body. I've seen him throw some push, some flying knees, but I just needed to wake up, man. Like I said, my legs are, I didn't go in the sauna to make this weight. I ran it all off like an old school wrestler, so I came out a little fatigued, a little bit of adrenaline. I feel like the fans will help me next time, be ready. It's just hard to prepare yourself, This time I tried to go out a little more calm as opposed to the Juan fight as well, because, I was so fired up in the Juan fight. I came out 100 miles an hour and then I slowly faded. This time I wanted to, even though I took his back in the first round, I wanted to slowly work up to my pace that I got in the second and third round where I'm really pushing the envelope,
Was this the hardest weight cut of your career?
By far the hardest weight cut of my career. I was actually, it was on track to be one of the best weight cuts, and then I hurt my back and I lost a part of the day Thursday. Last Friday I had to take off last Saturday, and then I got here and I had to quarantine Sunday and Monday. So when I weighed in on that scale on Tuesday, I was heavy and I knew it was going to be a very hard weight cut.
And then last thing for me, I don't know if you were able to watch the fight in the back, but Johnny Campbell got a submission win over Henry Corrales. It was a big upset, and he got on the mic and he called out James Gallagher. So I don't know if you got to watch the fight. And if so,
yeah, I like that Campbell kid, man. I got nothing but respect for him. He was in the corner. I talked to him all weekend. I got nothing but respect for him. He had a great win. I'm happy for him and his team. Me and him, we haven't crossed hairs or nothing. So where I'm in the division and where I think he is, I think we're a little far apart. I think he's got other fights, and I think I got other fights too. So I'm nothing but a fan, and if one day, that's to be, that's to be. But right now, nothing but respect for him. Enjoy his win, and I even told him good luck. I talked to him and his coach. I think Matt Rizzo's in his corner, man. So I'm happy for Johnny Campbell, and I'm even gutted for Henry Corrales, because I really wanted Henry to come down and do well too, because he was able to challenge Juan, and it was such a close fight. I don't have any ill will towards any of these other 35-pounders, even when they're in, except for Gallagher, even when they're in my way and we're in each other's way. If we get matched, for me, it's only going to be respect, and may the better man win. Like Juan, Juan was able to defeat me. I have nothing but respect for him because now he's that was able to teach me how to become a better martial artist. No problem.
Congrats on the win. And you had said that you want James Gallagher to sign that contract this weekend for July. Is that something that you'd wait on, or if he doesn't want to sign soon, you're moving on?
No, we're signing. James, there's no more running. He was here. This is his fight. This is who he thinks he can go through me to get to that title shot. He's been pushed his whole career, so he might only need to get, I'm the number 2 guy in the division. So I feel like if he does, that's his call. He wants to come try and beat me. That's his way to the title shot, So this is the fight that needs to be made. This is a fight that I'm sure my manager, Ali, will work hard on making. And we need to settle the beef, I beat the guy in 66 seconds that smoked him, you know what I mean? So he's beneath me. So he needs to come up and, he needs to come up to daddy now. I'm here.
Tell me more about this camp. Eric Nixick, kind of a magician in mixed martial arts. Tell me about being at Extreme Couture.
Eric Nixick, man, he's a freaking wizard. Eddie Bracco, Dennis Davis, Jake Shields, all my training partners, man, there's so many. One of the best 125 pounders in the world, Kobe Fair. Remember that name, Kobe Fair, man. He's coming up. He's about to make his pro debut. He was a Division II All-American 2-timer. He's one of the best 125 pounders I've ever got to roll with. Me and him we're direct prodigies of Jake Shields right now. We're training underneath Jake with our jiu-jitsu games, and we have so many great coaches there and so many great teammates. And a big shout out to all my teammates, if I could name them real quick. You have Julian Arosa, Dan Ige, Cody Stamen, all the Hawaiian top team, Kai Kamaka, Boston Salmon, Puni Puna, Sean Strickland. There's so many great teammates there and great fighters that, it's easy just to get better, when you're training in the room with them. So iron sharpens iron, and I'm actually going to go back out there June 1st. I'm starting this camp, and James Gallagher is going to get his ass whooped in July.
Just one quick question for me. When you came over here, you were saying wipe the cage stuff off me. Some other fighters have been very vocal about that as well. Did that cause any slipperiness? That cause any effect in your fight game tonight?
Nah, just sticky, man. I'm trying to stay focused. I'm like itching. I'm wiping it off me. I'm itching. At first, I thought it was this brand new rash guard from Ali Alba Disease, the dominance one, and I didn't wash it or something. When you take a new shirt off, it's like the cotton stuck to you. But I'm thinking, I felt it on the bottom of my feet. You can still see it. It was just like the cage canvas. I don't know if it's because they sprayed it, or I don't know. Maybe there was blood and they washed it off and they rubbed a little bit off where we were specifically positioned on the mat. But it wasn't nothing. It didn't hinder anything. It's just more of like almost what's on you. You know what I mean?
Totally understand. Thank you. Congrats on the win.
Anytime. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
All right, I'll take a couple more here. Callum?
Yep.
Good, great win, Patchy. So you did it twice in the fight, in the second and in the third round. What possessed you to pick up your opponent and drag him around the ring?
My coach told me to pick him up and carry him to the corner of Jake. He said, bring him over to us so we can see. So I wanted to bring him over to the corner, and I just wanted to keep implementing my game. I definitely don't feel like this is the best version of me, especially, but I feel like it's a learning curve for me too. Having an adrenaline dump and then being fatigued and still being able to gut through and push was important, and also being able to take his best shots. I pride myself on my chin. I pride myself on my toughness. So it was good just to learn a bit more about myself, and each one's going to be better than the next. I have 15 professional fights now, and I'm just going to get better. I just turned 27, so it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Dylan?
Hey there, Patchy. Appreciate the time.
Anytime, man. I appreciate you.
I was just kind of curious because on the commentary they mentioned this is the first submission win via arm triangle choke for you, and you've been saying this maybe isn't the most optimized representation of you. I'm just kind of wondering though, do you feel like you were able to show those new wrinkles in your game via the Jake Shields American Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah, man. Jake Shields American Jiu-Jitsu. He arm triangles me every freaking week, so I knew to stick with it. I knew I could feel Albert Morales kind of wincing underneath there, and I could feel his breath going. But in the second round, I would have preferred more to get the TKO. I think at one point the ref was telling him to butt up, so I really would have liked to get the TKO and win that way. But I'm just happy to get a finish. Like I said, Bellator wants finishers in this division, and I have 4 finishes in Bellator with my Rise and Fight combined, and I wanted to prove that I'm not just a first-round finisher. I have more wrinkles to my game, and people will start seeing my stand-up more. People will start seeing a lot more of my game. It's just, it's a marathon. Like I said, this is chess, not checkers.
Last one, Daniel.
Hi, Patchy. Jack Kennedy from MMA Island. I wanted to ask you, you had a great pace and pressure throughout the entire fight. How much was cardio and importance throughout this training camp?
Cardio is important, man. I just got out-cardioed by the bantamweight king right now, 3 rounds to 2. Juan Archuleta, you know, he's got some of the best cardio in the game with his team, TJ Dillashaw, and the training lab. So I want to match that cardio. I want to get my cardio get better, and I want to keep growing. I really, really, truly feel I can beat him, and I feel like I can be the world champion. It's not just that fight. It just motivated me to become better. Every single day, I'm going to be getting better to get that belt. That's the only thing that's on my mind, is to get better and take out whoever gets me towards that belt. So every single day, I'm going to be working on my cardio. Every single day, I'm going to be working on every single aspect of this game. And if I start kind of stagnating in one place, or let's say peaking out, leveling up, that means I need to go find somewhere else to go to get better. I need to go find some other people to whoop my ass to get me better. And it's a big credit to not only Extreme Couture, but I trained half my camp with Islam Makhachev's team and the Russian team, Umar Nurmagomedov, Usman, and Ali had me with all them as well. So big shout out to them, Javier Mendez, and all of the team that came to the UFC PI to get ready for their fights, and they welcomed me with open arms.
All right, thanks, Patrick.
Anytime, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Let's go. Ali Abdelaziz.